What books changed my life? That's really interesting. Well, it depends on what category. When I was young, I tended to lean toward philosophy, um, and a lot of the things I sought out to read. So um, things like Aurelius, his meditations, that was a very important one for me. The works of Plato were very important to me, particularly the discourses on Socrates in his last days. Things like, you know, Ralph Waldo Emerson and his essays, one in particular, his essay on compensation, I think had a huge impact on my life. So a variety of a variety of different things. On a more entertainment kind of way, I loved Edgar Allan Poe. One of my favorites, Edgar Allan Poe. I could read him for weeks on end as a kid. Um, I was a voracious reader as a child because number one, I'm an only child, so when I went home after playing with friends in the neighborhood or what have you, they went home with brothers and sisters. I went home alone, and so I spent my time at home reading. In addition to me being an only child, another contributing factor to me being a voracious reader as a child was the fact that my mother was an assistant librarian most of her life. So I had this great ability to get any book that I wanted from the library, and I didn't have to return it um, on, the way normal people did. My mom just checked the book out for me, and I still have books I need to return back to the library she used to work at. But over the years, I pretty much read almost every single thing I could get my hands on. And it's too many things to actually mention uh, in a short talk like this, what really touched my life, but there are different categories of things where books sort of really had a profound effect on me. I was a huge Krishnamurti reader for a number of years. I also got into things like um, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. And, as far as the market is concerned, I would say that there are certain books when it comes to trading or the overall market that truly had a profound effect on me. One, Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. I think that every single market speculator or market trader or investor should really make it a habit of maybe reading that book once a year for the rest of their lives. It's something that um, I think you draw from. The more intelligent you become as a market participant, the more skillful you become, the more valuable that book and the more important that book becomes to you. So it's something that should be a part of your life forever as a market speculator, as a market participant. So Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, it is loosely based on the life of Jesse Livermore. It is not nonfiction, but its lessons still run very, very deep. It is written by Edwin Lefebvre, a French guy, but that's something as a market participant you should all have in your library. Um, a book that had a great effect on me as well is Nicholas Darvis. The author's Nicholas Darvis. How I Made $2 million in the stock market, I think it is. How I Made $2 million in the stock market. It was written in the 1960s. It did go out of print. I don't know if they have reissued or republicized the book. At one point, it did go out of print. But despite its age, it still holds some very solid lessons, I think, for market speculators, for traders, if you will. So Nicholas Darvis, How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market. And as it relates to trading psychology, I don't think that there is any one more superior when it comes to that topic than Mark Douglas. So anything that you can get your hands on written by Mark Douglas is so powerful. One of the first books I read by Mark Douglas back in the late 1980s, early 1990s was The Disciplined Trader. One of his more recent books, I think, really touched the lives of millions of traders around the world, which is it's late, that's why. But Mark Douglas, guys, all right?